I'm Adina Figes. I'm a health coach, original from Romania and living in USA. So excited about this project, Duo Life, what give people a chance to take care of their health in a natural way and learning a lot about health and about themselves. So, Ioana, would you like to introduce our guests today?
So actually today we have we're so excited to welcome Mr. Jiri. Is that how you pronounce your name? Jiri or Jiri?
Yes, you pronounce
I
it
was supposed to
perfectly.
ask you. Jiri, okay.
Oh,
I
really?
tried, honestly. So Jiri is from Czech Republic and he's joining us, overseas because we're in Ohio. But he's here to tell us a little bit more about World Health Living Foundation. It's an amazing nonprofit organization that we found out a few months ago. Actually, we've been doing a little bit more research, and Dual Life actually got us in touch with them. And yeah, this is what we're here to find out. So, Yuri, all yours.
Right. Thank you for the invitation. I'm really happy to be here with you today, and I appreciate all those who woke up in the morning and are here with us at 7 in the morning. It's 4 in the afternoon in my country, and yeah, I'm happy to be here with you. And I will talk about a few things, like first, foundation itself, what's the goal of our foundation, what we are doing, and which activities we do to, you can say, help people make their lives better from the perspective of, nutrition and self-care. And I have a presentation to show you the strategy of 5S, which we follow, which we promote to help people get the guidance what to do in everyday's life to make our lives better. So I think the best way would be if I share the presentation and guide you through that. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. We will do like a question and answer part at the end. But if there will be some itching question, just put it in the chat. I have it open here. Okay, so here is my presentation. Oops, just give me a second. Okay, it's right here. Can you see the slide, please? Yeah, okay, perfect. So World Health Living Foundation is a foundation originally from Poland. And if somebody don't know, Poland is a country in Europe, just in Central Eastern Europe. And this foundation is connected with the Dual Life company. So it's like close cooperation between company which produces food supplements and natural cosmetics and some other things which might be beneficial for our health, and foundation which helps people understand how important it is to take care or take responsibility for our own health. This foundation is here for something like 7 years. We have 27 experts who work on various projects and 95 people who manage the organization of our events. We have lots of offline events in Poland, and we start to move our activities to other countries. So in Czech Republic, where I'm one of the ambassadors of the World Health Living Foundation, we do projects more remote, so online, do the lectures. But what we want to do is to make more and more offline events. We know that we all were like influenced by COVID, and now let's put our lives in normal. So we would like to focus on offline events because it's always good to meet people in person, to shake hands, to discuss. So yeah, this is what we are doing and where we are going. We have a website in 10 languages, and throughout all these 7 years, there was like 140,000 participants in our event. And as I said, majority of the events were in Poland, and we are trying like bit by bit to go to other countries. And I'm really happy that this is actually the first event for US audience. So we can call it premiere. So it's great to have you all here, folks. The activities we have is according to my understanding and my feeling, the most important thing is social campaign I Live Consciously. So this is the project that really helps people to understand what to do to have their life better. And it's, as I said, connected with that 5S strategy we have. And this 5S strategy will be the major part of today's presentation. We have few other projects like awareness phase of Healthy Day, Healthy Blog, YouTube channel, podcast. So we will be very, very happy to find more ambassadors in more countries to spread this good idea around and involve as much people as we can. Because, you know, from my perspective, the most important thing is to really take that responsibility for our health, not to rely on a system, not to rely on everyone else. It's my body. I'm fully responsible for that. And that consciousness is the first step is that this is true. That if someone is overweight, it's not responsibility of McDonald's or any fast food chain or responsibility of Coca-Cola or whoever, because no one pours the soda in someone's mouth. We do it ourselves. So yes, I will. From time to time, I'm not politically correct because I try to say the things as they are. So from this perspective, excuse me, but I don't mean to offend nobody. I just want to speak about our personal responsibility things. This is just few pictures of events, and we have to say that the leading person is Dr. Piotr Kardash. In my eyes, despite my 20 years experience in pharmaceutical industry, food supplements, and related fields, this guy is for me, is the best expert in phytomedicine and food supplements design. And I'm very happy that this guy who's cooperating with Duolife, and he's we can say, father of many of Duolife products, is involved in many events, helping people understand how could they make their health better. So this guy is excellent, and his knowledge is really admirable. So the events, as I said, events are in Poland. We have lots of offline events. In other countries, we focus on online events. But anyway, I'm ready. If someone calls me, I can take a plane and go to United States to make a big offline event anyway. Okay. As I said, we are mostly in Europe. We have ambassadors. We have events in all these European countries. That big orange spot is Poland. So it's clear that we are there as well. But this picture shows the other countries where we are present, or where some of our events already took part. And this is the campaign Awareness Pays Off. It's for me, it's a great project. We are now working on implementation in Czech Republic. It's about children education at schools to increase confidence, increase understanding. Because in school system, Europe is different than US. USA works at school. They work more in projects. Kids are involved. They write different essays or projects. In Czech Republic and you can say Europe, we are more focused on just memorizing the facts and repeating the facts. So we want to help children to develop self-confidence and to make them be able to synthesize information, to work more, use common sense, and aside of memorizing, simple memorizing of facts, just to work like to think about things and be able to more find data from various sources, put them together, and make some outcomes. So this is something I think that we as a foundation could be really, really, really proud of. As we have many experts, those experts write books, give advices from various fields. So also the foundation issues the books. Some of them, I think that majority is in Polish, but I am 100% sure that if there'll be an interest from or interest to get those books in English, I think that the foundation will be able to translate them. And all those books are very valuable and very, very, yeah, valuable, we can say. And all our effort, all our lectures, everything we do is about to change people's habits. Because, every single one of us wants to change something in life. Doesn't matter if it's small or huge thing, but the biggest barrier is that we don't know how to do that. And we try again, using things or using the principles or ways which don't work. And today I will try to change your point of view or the angle you look at the things a little bit, and maybe we find a ways how to do something different way. Because insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If I want to make some change, I have to do something different. I think we can agree on that, right? Okay. Again, if you have some questions, feel free to put it in a chat. I'm watching it. The thing is that any change, I mean, related to our health, is a change of habit. So it's never easy, first thing. And the second thing is that it takes time. And unfortunately, we are somehow programmed to look for quick winnings. If someone puts on social media the easy way how to lose weight, I mean, you will lose 30 kilos, it's like 60 pounds in 1 week, everybody will go and buy it. Despite it could never work. But if someone brings the idea, okay, I give you the good plan, I give you a sustainable plan, how to lose your weight, to stay healthy, to have energy, and which will really work, but it will take you a year, nobody is gonna buy it. That's fact. So the first thing is that we have to change our thinking and our understanding. Yeah, just and I'm speaking here like 10 minutes, and I didn't introduce myself, so I will do it quickly right now. I have doctorate in veterinary medicine originally, but I spent 20 23. Yeah, it's like 24 years in pharmaceutical industry. I mean, human dealing with human medication, with human food supplement. So I can say that I like treated or healed much more humans than animals. And I'm afraid that if I touch animals, like these days, I probably kill that animal. So I will stick with what I understand, which is food supplements, medicaments, and healthcare system as well. So what I do is that I do a presentation more related to particular health problems. So this is just examples of I had a lecture on how brain works and how we can help our brain to work much better, especially as we are getting old. Another great topic, which I think it's very important for everybody, is how to maintain our gut healthy, because it's connected with the brain in terms of microbiome and stuff like that. And another good lecture is how to manage a pain, we can say, without using painkillers. So this is what I focus on. And aside of that, I'm a coach, mentor, trainer. I'm former baseball coach of little kids. So I synthesize all this information to put it together and help people live much more valuable lives. So if someone wants to connect with me, so feel free on social media. But I think the best way would be if you ask those who organized today's conference, and we can get connected somehow. Okay, so let's talk about how we personally can influence our health. And as a first, we have to define the blocks, which or barriers to our active approach to our own health. And the most important is that there's a system reliance. We rely on the system because we are living in very developed countries with a healthcare system on very, very high level. Yes, in US, there's a slight disadvantage that health insurance is not that affordable as in Europe, because in Europe it's much more user friendly, we can say. But anyway, it's always like if there's a problem or serious problem, we get to the hospital and they will fix us. You can say it like that. And funny thing is that people don't understand that this approach is like that guy who's falling from a skyscraper and passing every single floor. He thinks, so far so good, so far so good. But in one moment, he will hit that sidewalk. And this is the problem. And what I would like to show the people is that we have to get rid or established model in nutrition and how we approach our body. Because the problem is that we are now trained or programmed to solve the problem, not to prevent the problem. People don't have valuable, or don't have relevant information on how body works. They don't have relevant information about nutrition. They don't have relevant information about how body works and how to prevent the problem. We can say that there's the worst availability of quality food, because if you go to the supermarket, how many or which percentage of the area of Walmart is dedicated to healthy food and which one to processed food? The funny thing that we accepted junk food as a standard of nutrition. So if we again will understand this, we will think, okay, so how can we change it? And this is what we call strategy of 5S. It's not a rocket science, and I'm 100% sure that every single one of you will say, okay, I know it. But the thing is that the problem is that not knowledge, but if we follow these rules or these recommendations. So 5S strategy is pretty simple. It consists of 5 elements: sensible nutrition, stress management, sufficient cleansing, supplementation, and superior fitness. Yeah, but you can say where to get the time for that. Some of people have 2 works. Some of people have 2, 3 works. We are very busy. We are sort of slate of timelines and deadlines. So how to manage it? And again, coming back to one important word, consciousness. There's a comment, US food is very bad. I work with people from different countries, South America, Africa, Asia, and everyone says that. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is that there are two parts: those who produce it and those who use it or buy it or eat it. So once there will be there will be more people who will not buy junk food, there probably will have to be some change. Okay, so let's start with sensible nutrition. Yes, we can simply say eat good things, eat better. And the thing is that usually if you ask people, what's the problem if you don't eat good things, or if you eat junk food, majority of people will say, yes, we will get fat. We will get fat. We will gain weight. But the problem is much wider and much more serious, because it all goes with cardiovascular problem. It causes diabetes. We have epidemia of diabetes in big countries. I mean, in Western countries, there's like millions of people with new diabetes, which is life-threatening like illness, but nobody cares. So lack of regulation or appropriate laws doesn't help either. Yeah, I completely agree with that, because it's not about regulation. If you regulate something, people who want it, they always find a way how to get it. So it's again about being conscious and understand what's good for me. I just wanted to put here this slide from one of my other presentations, that this is the thing that we consider these things like normal from time to time. From time to time, it's okay, like it's vomiting, diarrhea, or constipation, flatulence, or stomach ache. But these symptoms may be a picture of much worse and much more serious problems. And we can say, okay, so I eat like 3 pizzas. Okay, so I felt some of these symptoms for a few days. Okay, but what's behind that? Much more serious problem. So this is why we should change our nutrition habit. And if we go to the history, and those who deal with nutrition know that how this food pyramid changes throughout the years. Imagine that in 70s, there was like, if I remember it well, correct me if I'm wrong, that all those carbohydrates were at the basis of the pyramid. Now we have, which is good, now we have vegetable and rich in fiber and vitamins, we have at the bottom. But we know that those recommendations from 60s and 70s with carbohydrate as a basis of our diet caused that epidemia of overweight people. Because if you look, you who live in US, ask your parents or ask your grandparents to show you the picture from 50s and 60s from the beaches, and you don't see here fat people. How come that it changed that drastically? Okay, so let's follow this pyramid, which recommends to use fresh food, vegetables, non-processed food, rich in fiber, rich in vitamins. Because the one of the biggest problems in nutrition and how our gut works is the lack of fiber. We consume less than half of recommended amount of fiber. That's why our guts don't work properly. Our microbiome, all those microbes, all those, the microbiome cannot work properly because they don't have those microbes don't have enough food. They need fiber. So I think that if there's a one recommendation to make a slight change is to eat food rich in fiber. I think it's probably the same picture showed in a chart. So yes, the great is that in 21st century we finally turned back to the recommendations recommending big amount of vegetables, and I mean non-processed, and to limit sugar, not carbohydrate, but sugar. I think that we all understand the difference between carbohydrate and sugars. Yeah, and as a foundation, it's connected with Dual Life. There's one of the great products which I like a lot. My daughter loves it. It's a crunchy muesli. I don't know if it's the correct English word, but yeah, it's a sort of cereals that which is good for breakfast. We have them, and yeah, we can just recommend it. It's rich in fiber. It's 50% whole grain, no added sugar. And I think that the no added sugar could be sort of sentence then we have to look for on every single thing which we buy in supermarket. So my recommendation, and I try to follow it, is search for things that don't have no added sugar and search for things which are rich in fiber. I think it's a good first step. Yeah, sugar is almost in everything. Many products we could assume there is no sugar, but they have plenty, like ketchup. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that yeah, I understand that we are all in a hurry and going to the supermarket and put things in a cart, pay and go home. I think that if we spend like 20 minutes more reading nutrition facts, could be very, very beneficial for all of us. Can we agree on that? Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Superior fitness. Yeah, this is something that I'm always a little bit curious to talk about it because every single one of us have different possibilities how to do fitness, how to about sports. It's not about time, it's about our body status, possibly if someone is sick. But we have to say that it's also about how we approach it, like mentally, can say. Because funny thing is that you see people who work do have the work that they are in a move like all day, like people who clean rooms in a hotel, roommates, if it's the right word. Those like they run a marathon like every day in the work, and how it's possible that some of them are overweight. So it's either bad nutrition, or then they cannot admit that if they run that much during the day, they simply cannot get some overweight, because it's also in our mindset. But okay, let's talk about like normal things with fitness or running or whatever. It's always like do it with a common sense. So plan the activities. Plan activity which is good for you. I mean, someone can just walk. You know, if my mother is 78 years old, so I could hardly push her to go to Gold Gym like every day. But I will be very happy if she at least walks 1 kilometer a day, like 500 meters there, 500 meters back. It's okay. It all depends on us. But the thing is that we have to somehow compensate if our work is sitting next to the computer in the office. We have to somehow compensate it. So it's good to set a goal, because if we set a goal, it's sort of commitment, and we feel terrible if we don't fulfill our own goals. So it pushes us to do something for our body. And the point 4, ask for support, is for me, it's very important, because I think that at least at the very beginning, when we start to do any physical activity, we need someone who tells us how to do it good, to make no harm to our body. You know, I think that that's every single one of us who ever went to the gym seen someone who's ruining his or her body by putting too much weight or lifting or whatever. And the first step is to start, and the second more important step is to be consistent, to do it like on a regular basis. Coming to supplementation. Supplementation is something that some people consider to be a bad word. The bad word, you know, supplementation. But actually, I cannot say how the habits are in US. But if I feel that I got something like flu or something, what I do, I put lemon in my tea, or I eat more vitamin. Yeah, it's supplementation. Because the thing is that as we spoke about nutrition, as we spoke about the junk food, our body needs like 100 elements, like every single day, to work properly. So if we are not able to eat healthy food, we have to somehow compensate it. And I fully understand it. It could be great to live in a wonderful world where every single one of us have time to do fitness, to have time to cook healthy food, to have time to relax and whatever, to live like happy life. But the real life is completely different. Someone works in a factory, like having 20 minutes for lunch. It's hard to eat healthy food. So yes, one of the steps we can help overcome these objective barriers is to do nutrition. I mean supplementation. Sorry. So And the problem is that there's a lot of food supplements that are in poor quality. So again, as with the food, I recommend everybody to check what you are buying, because if there's a very nice and catchy advertisement on TV or in a pharmacy, you go to Walgreens, there are, you know, that nice banners, whatever, which product you cannot leave the store without. So think about what you are buying. Think about the quality. So think about buying good food supplement. And what kind? Again, it needs some recommendation. And I'm very happy that we can or Duolife company can provide great food supplements from wonderful or great ingredients with great active substances, and but it's not a part of this presentation. So the message is, think about what you are buying, because if I can give one recommendation, it's about conservant or preservative. And if there's lots of conservants or preservatives, it can never be natural, and it could be potentially harmful for our bodies. So food supplements from Duolife have very great golden and safety standard. It's in glass. There's no preservatives. It's very good active substances from the best sources. There are two products which which we can consider be a flagship for Duolife, but I think that for details of products you can ask those who invited you for this event. It's not a goal, but we have a wonderful product which is day and night, full day and night. 2 bottles, one white for day, one black for night, and it's complex product created according to Chinese medicine, and the principle how our body works, which organ system works in each part of the day. So these products are designed like this. I think that if we want to start supplementation, this is something that we can use for very beginning. Oregano oil, I will skip the products because, as I said, it's not a part of this. Cleansing, I mean, or we can call it detox. It's very important, and with the detox consists of 2 things. First is proper hydration, so drink a lot of clean and pure water, which helps to take all the bad stuff out of our body. But plus, there are nutrients that help us to clean. And again, we have a wonderful product which is called chlorophyll for this purpose. And one important thing is that people usually wait with detox for spring. No, you can do it like every single day, because it's not about waiting for one part of the year to clean our body. It should be continuous process to help body get rid of all the bad things that get accumulated in our body throughout the years. And stress management. For me, as a life coach or trainer, it's very important to speak about it, because the modern times puts us in a stress much more often than 50,000 years ago, where it was like you can meet a tiger like once in your life, but those stress creating mechanisms are always the same, but those stressors are much more often in modern era. So this is the part that involves our homeostasis, and we can say that there's no balance. But what I see as a stress is we have to divide stress to good one and harmful one, because there's something called eustress, and it's positive stress. It's a response to challenge that when we get excited that we want to do something, and if we want to win the match in sports, when we get ready for a work interview, this is good stress. But usually we are not able to manage that second one, the distress. This is the stress that's connected with chronic diseases that cause anxiety and depression. This is what we have to be able to manage. But again, coming back to consciousness, do we feel stressed? I mean, really stressed for important reason? You can see how young people are stressed if they don't have enough likes on their social media posts. So the first thing in stress management is to understand what is important and what is worth to stress me out. And on this example of product, because I love this product, on my mind, I would like to show you something about how brain works and how we can manage stress and brain function. So this is excellent product, and it's a good example of how sophisticated our products are. And there's a National Library of Medicine, which is called PubMed. I mean, that every doctor goes there to search for study. And me as a doctor, I always look beyond the product, beyond the label. And I always check whether this product is good in my eyes. And what I see is that if you take every single active ingredient which is in my mind, you find a study which confirms that it really works. Either it's the sage, it's bacopa, or whatever you find good research that these things work. So in a nutshell, our product, I mean Duolife product, connected with the foundation, those are very well designed, sophisticated products that have very, very high probability that those will work. And stress is nothing more than a game of chemical and electric signal. And it's up to us how we will manage not to be involved by those bad chemicals, and how to help those good chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins to raise in our body. And again, it's connected with nutrition and all the elements I spoke about. And yes, everybody speak about awareness. Everybody speak about daily hygiene. Everybody speaks about the meditation. Yes, I'm 100% with that. But do we have a time for that? If we don't, we have to find it. So this is what I wanted to talk about today. I hope I'm on time. Okay, good. Yeah, and thank you for reminding me that there's a 12 minutes left. Okay. Yeah. What I wanted to show you is that first of all, we have to start with ourselves. To start thinking what we do, and once we change something, it will give example to the others. Because people will follow us only if we do the good things. Because if I'll be a smoker and smoking like 40 cigarettes a day and will talk to my children like never smoke, you cannot smoke, they will not understand, or they will not accept what I'm saying. They will follow what I do. So what I would like all of us to do is to set a good example to the others using this 5S strategy. And the great thing is that we don't have to make it all at one time. Just let's select the part that you can make some progress in. And doesn't matter which of those 4, 5 it will be. Make progress in one, then make progress in another one. So set a good goal and start right now. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm very, very happy that you are still here. And let's start our question and answer session. Just I think the easiest way would be if you put your questions in a chat.
Or you can do it directly. So Jiri, you've been with World Health Living Foundation for how many years now?
2 years. We are. I'm here for 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. And they've been around since for 7 years.
For 7 years. Yeah. Yeah.
And quite a few campaigns there that I've seen, and so their goal is pretty much to educate people about better options, healthy options, and also empower the people, those people that they want to go in that journey, right? So ultimately, you're trying to spread the word and create a community of like-minded individuals.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That sounds like a wonderful organization to be part of. So what do you have to do to be an ambassador?
It's like to get in contact with Paulina Janusz, or I mean, usually it's through the people as it's closely related to Duo Life. So if you know people from Duo Life, just go through that. And it's like usually ambassadors are people who have some experience, nutrition specialists, fitness trainers, but also it could be people who take care of a skin or something like that. And it's just like to get in a touch with the people from foundation, and usually they find a way how to use capabilities of every single one to do some campaign or to be involved somehow.
Sounds like there's like a network of experts there, right?
Yes, exactly. We can call it like this. But there are experts who are really like we can say they are sort of employees. They are like everyday. They are with a foundation on everyday basis, and then there are ambassadors who do ad hoc projects. It's like me. I'm not like a full-time foundation expert. I'm asked to do particular lectures, speeches, or from time to time I'll do some training. So the possibility of cooperation is various, you can say.
That's great. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Guys, questions? Do we have anything in the chat? Hold on.
Yeah, there's nothing, I think. Okay, so it means that it was all understandable, so there are no questions. Now, what I want to say is that for sure this is not a rocket science. This is something that we all know. But the problem is if we do that. So my goal is to encourage people to start to do something, at least one of the things. And there's a comment about cost. Organic is so much more expensive. I know families who wish to eat better, but with 4 kids they can't afford it. Yes, I fully understand, but how about to do it like at least a little bit? You know, I honestly I don't know if how it works in US, but there's always the way how to improve it, like a small bit. And there's a question: are we going to have more lectures in English on regular basis? Uh, it's up to you. I'm ready and will be more than happy to give you some. And for sure there will be other ambassadors who will be able to give lectures in English, I guess.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to
Jiri.
say, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to
Jiri.
say, thank you. That it was very interesting, and definitely I see that of all the things, those 5 steps, right, that you mentioned, or the 5 S's, that all of them, many times we do need to get support that from someone else that knows better, that can help us. Because as for me, many times I try to do things on my own, and it kind of like, it's difficult, or sometimes it comes to be a little challenging, and or I kind of like get lazy on it. So definitely, I think that support, searching for someone to help you, as far as what I need, is great, because that does, you know, they help you in what you don't know, or what you need to do in the right way as well. So thank you very much for that information. It was very interesting.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, and thank you so much for this comment. It's 100% true. And yes, from time to time we need someone who kicks our butt and takes us by hand and said, okay, we are going to the gym, or someone who will steal our hamburger and give us cucumber instead. Okay, so thank you. It's a great comment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again. Jiri, was a great presentation. And actually, USA team got inspired from Romanian team, who they always have great presentation and they give us all their support. We also had some presentation from Miss Elena Burga, and we'll still have probably more support, and we can connect with everyone who speaks English, and let them know when this presentation will take place. So yeah, that's our goal, to grow this wonderful community, and with some support, I believe we definitely can do it. We have amazing products. We can do it. So thank you again.
All right, I thank you for the invitation. I'm really grateful to have a chance to be here with you today. Wish you wonderful days, and wish you all the best.
Thank
Right.
you. Thanks so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.